Good afternoon. Welcome here to the Manor Ground at Oxford for this afternoon's Barclays League Division 2 game between Oxford United and Swindon Town. Two old rivals, local derby this afternoon. Lots of interest. I'm sure there'll be lots of keen competition out on the pitch. The lineup for this afternoon's game, starting off as usual with the home team. So for Oxford United, it's number 1 in goal, Paul Key. 2, Les Robinson. 3, Mike Ford. 4, Les Phillips. 5, Gary Smart. 6, Andrew Melville. 7, David Penny. 8, Mickey Lewis. 9, Martin Foyle. 10, Mark Steen. And 11, Paul Simpson. The two substitutes for United. Number 12 is Lee Nogan. And the number 14 is Darren Jackson. Well, now, it's immediately obvious that Foster failed a fitness test. Gary Smart, although he's wearing the number 5 shirt, I'm quite certain that what will happen is that Ford will line up as a central defender with Andrew Melville, and Gary Smart will take over the left back position. The Swindon Town lineup: number 1, Fraser Digby. 2 is David Kersley. 3, Paul Godin. 4, Alan McLaughlin. 5, David Bennett. 6, John Gittins. 7, Tom Jones. 8, Duncan Shearer. 9, Fitzroy Simpson. 10, Ross McLaren. And 11, Steve Foley. The first substitute, number 12, is Steve White, returning after injury. And number 14 is John Bucatini. Well, Swindon, like Oxford, have lost their key central defender. Colin Calderwood was stretchered off against Wolves in the week, and Oxford, of course, have lost Steve Foster. Well, the game gets underway with Oxford kicking down the slope, not their favourite direction in which to start the game. They usually like to kick down the slope the second half, but nevertheless, as I said, they're kicking off down the slope from the Cuckoo Lane terrace and then down towards the London Road end of the ground. The referee for this afternoon's game is Mr. Ron Groves from Weston-super-Mare. The linesman, Mr. Priest, he's with the red flag, and Mr. Schneider with the yellow flag. Well, these local teams, two local teams, old rivals, as I said, 32 times they've met in all, and Swindon come out on top by far and away the victors in these competitions. Oxford have only won 3 times in 32 meetings. 16 have been drawn, which means, of course, that Swindon have won 13. That's across to Gary Smart, to Robinson. Robinson out to David Penny. Playing into Steen, and there comes Robinson. Quite a decent cross, but it was headed clear and behind for the first corner of the game then to Oxford. That was quite a good cross from Les Robinson. And it was John Gittins. That was a goal. It was almost, Foyle almost got a goal. The ball shaved his head, but it came back out of play, and it was in fact David Penny to ram that ball into the net to give Oxford this precious lead just after some 3 minutes of play. So that really is a good start for Oxford, but one mustn't get carried away, because this happened last year, as I recall. Oxford in fact were leading 2-1 near to time when Swindon equalised with a penalty. So really one mustn't get carried away because of an early goal, but that really is a good breakthrough for Oxford. First corner of the game then lead into the first goal. David Penny for Oxford. Key out to Ford. Ford to Smart. Smart back again to Key. David Bennett, as I said, playing number 5 for Swindon, replaced Calderwood. He was a midweek signing from Sheffield Wednesday for £50,000, and I rate that a very good buy. Penny again playing it forward to Steen. Les Phillips having a go, but it rebounded off the defender. Smart, Les Robinson there trying to get in. David Penny really fighting for everything. He's really showing, he played very well at Plymouth, all reports said, and he's certainly showing good form so far this afternoon. Robinson's cross, let run by Lewis. Swindon getting the run. That was intended for Simpson, but it's behind him. Out of play, throw in just down below us then. Ford bangs it upfield, but aimlessly straight through to Digby in the Swindon goal. Very smart. Simpson, Lewis, that's Foley. Sorry, that was Tom Jones playing it all the way back. Tom Jones was sent off also in that match midweek against Wolves. He's not on suspension yet, but I'm sure that he'll be missing next 2 or 3 games as a result of... oh, that was a good effort, very good effort. Another goal by Oxford, and this is absolutely magnificent. A magnificent start by Oxford, and truly amazing. Five minutes gone, and it's... Hoyle to make it 2 after Simpson's shot, and Digby couldn't keep it out, and there was Hoyle on hand to tap in for Oxford's 2nd goal. Absolutely incredible. That's Martin Foyle's 3rd game of the season. As we know, Ipswich were willing to pay a lot of money for Martin Foyle, but Oxford obviously wise to hang on to him if they can, because they're rather short of forwards, particularly with Durnin out. And clearly the manager would be unwise to let someone of Foyle's quality go. David Penny inside, playing that ball on. Really having a good game. Lewis to Foyle, let that one go. Les Phillips. So that's Ross McLaren getting it back to Digby in the Swindon goal. Well, Oxford could not wish for a better start. 2 goals after 5 minutes, but can they hang on to it, and what will they be like in their 2nd half, because it's the 2nd half performances. Oh dear, Les Phillips back pass, it was safe enough that time, but one recalls just a few days ago up at West Brom when he made a tragic error in a back pass in a similar situation which went sadly awry. Missed pass there, Steve put away now. Oh, he tried to side foot it past Digby. I really think he ought to have done better than that, but Digby just got a hand to it and pushed it wide for Oxford's 2nd corner of the game, but I think Steen ought to have done better than that. That really wasn't a very good finish. Comes the corner, Digby taking it off the head of Melville. Oh no, will Oxford rue that missed chance come the end of the game? Digby, Robinson. I think the referee judged that Lewis jumped into the player there rather than clean standing header, and that's why he's given the free kick. So it's bowed in with this kick then. Over the head of Gittins and headed clear by Oxford. Simpson upfield being chased by Steen, but it's intercepted by Kerslake. Kerslake forward, but collected by Ford. Ford loses out, but recovered by Smart, and he plays it all the way upfield and out of play. Throw into Swindon, back to Digby. Bowden. Gittins. Lewis playing it safely back to Key in the Oxford goal. Big upfield punt by Key. Gittins underneath it, but it's David Penny collecting the ball. That didn't reach foil. Loughlin back. It just missed out by Robinson, but it's Oxford's ball. Forward playing it back to Keith. Not much breeze up here at the Manor, so it's obviously not affecting the length of that kick of Keys. He really has a long kick. Melville safely playing that ball into touch, and it's Bennett inside to Jones. Jones to Kerslake. Kerslake to Bennett. Odin. Swindon's first corner of the game then, that came off. I think it came off David Penny actually. Oh, that was just saved by Ford, just as well he got a boot to it, but it's only as far as Bennett. Steve Foley back to Bennett. Intercepted by Simpson. Roxford. Steen. Well, all the Swindon players right up with the play, almost all of them entirely in Oxford's half. And Swindon caught Steen going forward far too soon there. If he'd waited just a fraction, he must have been onside because he was in his own half. Ford intercepting that pass, but it's John Gittins playing it forward. To Bennett. Noticeable that Bennett's playing more of a midfield role. I thought he would have lined up as a central defender, but he's not. He's playing more of a midfield role. Oh, that was a let off from Oxford, because that wasn't really very good play by the goalkeeper again. He wasn't positive enough in my opinion, and the ball eventually came loose, but the shot was deflected off an Oxford defender over for Swindon's second corner of the game. Just 12 minutes play then, and Oxford have this precious 2-goal lead. Key receiving some attention there. Got a knock obviously in that attempted clearance. But really Oxford were at 6s and 7s. Okay, so he's ready now for this corner, and it's number 7 Tom Jones with the corner on Swindon's left. He took that one well, no doubt about that at all. Straight into his arms, he made no mistake, held on to it. Of course, oh, he's hurt, he's down again. Clearly had a knock there which didn't do him any good at all. Kersley, McLaren, Bowden. That's Oxford's throw. Hold the ball, the referee. You can hear his words very clearly. Hold the ball, he says. He's having a word with the management, Oxford management, presumably for coaching from the dugout. Anyway, he's satisfied with that, and the throw into Oxford then. Nodded forward by Penny, but he was allegedly climbing on Tom Jones. So it's no, it was Tony actually, so it's free kick then to Swindon. The referee having a word with somebody there. Nothing was said, obviously. And the referee stopped play again because the Oxford physio was obviously giving attention to the goalkeeper. Personally, I didn't see anything wrong with that. He had stopped play, and I think the physio was perfectly entitled to go up and see if Key was all right. But anyway, nevertheless, that's what happened. So we've got David Penny coming away with for Oxford. Inside to Foley, a good ball. Plays it back to Lewis. Lewis out to six. Very good ball indeed. A lovely cross there. Foley just couldn't get to it, but it was off McLaren. Goes behind for Oxford's third corner of the game. As Ross McLaren obviously has dropped back into that central defender's role alongside John Gittins, with Bennett playing more of a midfield role. Comes a corner. Move just behind David Penny. Melville playing it out again to Simpson. Simpson getting in his cross. Oh, it was just towed off, just off David Penny again. It's just deflected off him, I'm sure. But it's Gary Smart making sure that ball's out of play and allowing the defence to get back to avoid allowing Swindon the break. Some 17 minutes play, then Oxford 2, Swindon 0. The 2 goals coming in the first 5 minutes of the game. Trouble there, his lace is undone. Plays it upfield. McLaren. Foley attempting to play it straight back to McLaren, only succeeds in putting it out of play and giving the throw into that. Oxford's ball again. Phillips still in play. It's not now. So as Oxford throw in, just about level with the halfway line. Robinson. David Penny still hasn't done anything with that lace, but it's off completely now. It's on the pitch. Bowden, Robinson, inside by Steen. Referee's allowed play to go on. There was a clash of heads there, I think. And he lost 8 again. Good covering by Smart. by Robinson. Forward to Foyle. Simpson. All the way back to Key. Ford, Mike Ford to Melville. Melville. Harry Smart and Les Robinson, very similar build, look quite alike out there on the pitch. Sometimes a little bit difficult to distinguish. But the referee again strangely allowed play to be continued there. Oxford player clearly chopped down, and it was quite a nasty foul in my opinion, but the referee allowed play to go on. I think because Oxford were in possession. No, because Robinson sorry, it's Mike Ford, of course. I'm just not get confused with these shirt numbers. Mike Ford wearing number 3, as I said earlier, because of the late fitness test to Steve Foster, and Foster's out, so Gary Smart is wearing the number 5 shirt, although playing at left back. And of course Mike Ford moved into the central defender's position alongside Melville, but he's wearing number 3. But he obviously said something to the referee there, and whilst I might agree with whatever Ford might have said to the referee, nevertheless you've got to watch your tongue, and you're not allowed to make comments on the referee's ability. But I really did think that Simpson was badly chopped there, and it warranted the play being pulled up. Anyway, Simpson is back on his feet after some minute or so's tension. So it's Oxford's throw then, well inside the Swindon half, inside to Simpson. Simpson goes round his player, gets in a good cross, and there, that was just headed out of play. A timely save by Bowden there, because Foyle was right behind him, and that would most certainly have been goal number 3 for Oxford. It really was typical David Simpson cross, very dangerous. But Bowden, as I said, was on hand to head behind for the corner. So it's Simpson then, taking the corner on the right, in swinger. Goalkeeper just headed it out, but he's adjudged to have been pushed, because although the ball went behind to David Penny, who banged it back in the net, clearly the referee had already blown, and so that was a free kick to Swindon. Ford. That's Oxford's ball. Smart playing that on to David Bennett, the new signing, Sheffield Wednesday. Swindon, as I said. Kerslake. Bowley. Lewis. Simpson adjudged to have fouled Lewis, so they've got to go back. They won't be allowed to play on. Simpson, I thought, had a particularly good game. Seeing the excerpts from the Wolves game, he was the scorer of their goal, of course, which gave them victory. Foyle, Simpson. Smart, Steen. Oh, Steen just failed to control that ball. David Penny, but that was, must have rebounded off Bowden onto Penny. From my position, it looked as though it went straight off Bowden. Bowden. McLaughlin. Not McLaughlin, McLaren. Gittins. but that's out of play, and it's a throw in again to Oxford. Robinson then with the throw. Les Phillips banged it forward, but only straight through to the goalkeeper, Fraser Digby. Bowden. Straight off Les Phillips out of play. Bowden then with the throw for Swindon. Simpson played it back to Bowden. Shearer, but that was behind McLaughlin. Still with Swindon. Shearer again. McLaughlin scored quite a number of goals. McLaughlin for Swindon, but he was off target there. No trouble at all to Key in the Oxford goal. Not taking this goal kick. He's obviously still troubled by that injury. That was Mike Ford, headed on by Foley. Steed, chase on the chase by Penny, just out of play. So 25 minutes gone. Linesman Key is clearly still in trouble with that injury, and the linesman attracted the referee's attention so that Key could get some attention. Painkiller being sprayed on there, on the just above the thigh. It looks. Key's right hand side. Okay. He's okay, so we'll let time to go to play. And it's Bowden with the throw. McLaughlin. Forward. Foley. Foyle out jump Gittins, but it's nodded back by McLaren to Digby. Digby then, kicking left footed upfield. Shearer, Simpson, Bowden, Steve Foley, good cross, but it's intercepted by Smart. Misdirected by Swindon, and Steed lets that run out of play to allow Oxford to get forward. Throw into Oxford then. Robinson to Steed, plays it back to Robinson. Robinson trying to find Foyle. Jones, Gittins. McLaren. Foley back to McLaren. Bowden. Ford. And as far as Jones. Back to Gittins. David Bennett. Foley, Jones, playing out for Bowden. Swindon keeping possession. Foley. Jones. Swindon appealing for a handball there, but there was nothing intentional at all about that. Ford hammering it clear. McLaren's safety. He's not going to play it back. McLaughlin lost out to Lewis. Lewis to Steen. Steen, Foley, Steen. There comes Simpson. Not sure whether he was put off by Gittins there, or whether he just didn't connect with the ball. Bennett, Penny there belted the ball upfield, but aimlessly, harmlessly into no man's land. Simpson. Kerslake. Simpson on the chase again, but the ball's gone out of play. Throw into Oxford. Gary Smart playing quite usefully there at left back this afternoon. I think he's adjudged to have had more experience than Darren Jackson, and that's the reason he's in this afternoon. Throw to Oxford then. Smart to Foyle. Smart forward. Only as far as Gittins. Kerslake into Jones. Jones back to Higby. Well, it's half an hour gone then, a third of the way through the game, and Oxford leading then by these 2 goals which were scored in the first 5 minutes of the game. Smart just connected there with that ball and running out of play. Throw in to Swindon. Jones across to Bowden. Back to McLaren. McLaren playing it forward to McLaughlin. Simpson, but he was adjudged to have been fouled by Phillips. Phillips looks surprised, but the referee's given the kick. Dangerous position. Ball forms up, as I said, in a dangerous position, really. Just outside the penalty area. Ball played forward, there goes the shot, it's in the net. A quite innocuous shot, but it was too good for Key in the Oxford goal. So that's some 31 minutes then, and it was Simpson pulling one back for Swindon. Quite honestly, there was hardly any power in that shot, but McLaughlin on the ground there, but he's okay. Don't think he wants attention. He says he's okay, so it's a throw into Oxford then. Trainer goes, sits down again. Or a physio, someone should say. Penny bicycle kick, but that's only to McLaren, who nods it out. On to McLaughlin. Played forward by Gary Smart. Steen alleged to be pushing John Gibbs. So kick to Swindon. Ross McLaren. Dave Bennett. Simpson. A bit desperate for Oxford at that moment, but it managed to get the ball away, and it's spoiling there on the break, plays it forward to Les Phillips. Oh, Les Phillips. He took his eye off the ball, clearly looked just to have a look around to see who was available, not having the courage or the confidence to go on himself. He was looking around to see who was available and took his eye off the ball and completely lost control. But it's still Oxford in possession. Smart playing it forward, Steve, but that's Digby coming out punching clear. Simpson, Foley, McLaren. Well tackled back by Lewis, and Robinson now playing that ball forward for Simpson. Simpson on the charge, but it's dealt with safely by Thursday. He gets it back to Digby once again. Kersley. Forward to Duncan Shearer, but Shearer jumping into Gary Smart, so it's a free kick to Oxford. Mike Ford. Foil underneath that one, but it's Swindon again in possession. Foley played it forward, intercepted by Les Phillips, played it out to Simpson. Just plays it forward to Gary Smart, making a very intelligent run. And he's chopped down by Kerslake. Kerslake angry about that, but he quite obviously tripped Gary Smart. So I don't really know what his protest was about there. And it's a free kick to Oxford. Gary Smart made a very intelligent run there, linking up with Colin Simpson. That was a dangerous ball all across the goal. Eventually, it's Duncan Shearer all the way back there, getting the ball clear for Swindon, out of play for a throw into Oxford. Some 7 minutes or so left of this half. There'll be a minute or so added on, at least a minute or so added on for injury, for attention to key for a start. That was a nasty chop down by Ford on Simpson. The referee quite rightly having a quiet word with him as he goes by. That was really a bit reckless, and it's kick then. Bowden with this kick for Swindon. Foley playing it back to McLaren to Gittins. Forward to Foley again. Gittins. McLaren, Swindon moving forward now in numbers. Simpson. That was a dangerous cross. The Oxford haven't got it clear yet. They were judged to have obstructed Bennett, so Oxford have conceded a free kick again in a dangerous situation. So are they going to squander this 2-goal lead they so beautifully built up? But no, that was quite an aimless free kick. No depth to it at all. It's far too close to goalkeeper right on the line almost, and safely into the arms of Paul. You see he's struggling because that key is nowhere near the length he was getting earlier in the game. Foul adjustment, foil adjustment foul loaded there. So it's a kick to Swindon. So 5 minutes then of this half left. Oxford 2, Swindon 1. But Simpson getting more and more into this game, looking very dangerous. Lewis, that's Gittins beating Steen to the ball. Robinson, Steen, Simpson. Smart making another good move, but not used this time. McLaren allows the ball to run over play. Referee having both a word with both those players there, tangling with each other quite unnecessarily. No good spin. That's Phillips missed out on the header there. So it's Bowden playing that ball forward again. One must say that Oxford lost the initiative in this game. Swindon have clearly taken over, getting more and more into this game, and certainly good value for this goal that they've pulled back. Bowden forward to McLaughlin. He beats Les Phillips. Jones playing it forward to Bennett. Simpson coming away with it for Oxford, playing it forward. Good ball there for Steen. Get in zone, Marshall and Steen. Steen inside to Simpson. Simpson. Oh, that was so close for Oxford. Simpson tried a lob, deflected off a Swindon player, and with Digby despairing dive to the right, his left, he was beaten, but the ball was wide of the goal, and so it's gone by for Oxford's 5th corner of the game. But that was quite a good move by Oxford. Good link up between Steen and Simpson there. That again was very, very intelligent play there, allowing Steen Smart to play that ball forward. Nice try by Simpson. Digby to Bowden. Shearer inside to McLaughlin, but he loses out to Penny. Intercepted by Bowden. Bowden inside to Jones. Jones back to McLaren. McLaren headed back by Robinson to Steen. Steen plays out to Robinson. Robinson, nearly a good ball to Les Phillips. Headed out of play off Steen, so it's a throw into Swindon. Bowden just down below us, and with the throw. It's about 2 minutes left in this half, plus injury time. Simpson, it's Lewis battling there, taking the ball from Simpson. Out of play, another throw to Swindon. But Swindon edging up towards its Oxford goal. Inside to McLaren. McLaren overhead kick. Melville bangs it out of play. Bowden into McLaughlin. Inside to McLaughlin again, he's a dangerous player he is. McLaren forward to Simpson, but I think it's too strong. Oh, yes it is. Simpson couldn't quite control it. Looked for a fraction of time there that he saved it, but he couldn't keep it in play. So it's a goal kick to Oxford. Ford Ford again going to take this kick. Clearly Key still being troubled with this injury. No doubt he'll be on the table at half-time getting some massage and looked at by the physio. Well, that's amazing. The referee allowed that to go on, but there was nothing. Well, there's two instances there. Well, you're watching it on the video and you're entitled to your opinion, same as I am, but that ball was played there by Penny, and Robinson was fouled earlier in my opinion, but the referee has ignored the first and given Swindon the kick for the second. So there we are. That's how you get different interpretations of this game. That's a dangerous kick. Ball that is over everybody's head. Still. Well, that's amazing. Swindon have equalised. Key again at fault, in my opinion. I don't know who's going to be credited with the goal. I shall have to find out, but Steve Foley credited with the goal, but that really was quite an amazing sequence of incidents there. The ball crossed from the left, looked as though it had gone out of play, but play carried on. Bennett got the ball back in again, and it went straight into the stomach of King, who instead of hanging on to it, sort of fell backwards, dropped the ball, and allowed Foley the simplest of chances just to tap the ball into the net. And quite frankly, I blame the goalkeeper for both these goals that have gone against Oxford this afternoon. I'm afraid Key, well, enough has been said about him already. Notts Forest, he was certainly responsible for 2. Against West Brom up here, I would certainly blame him for at least 1. And I would say that Oxford have got a major goalkeeping problem. Until the services of Alan Judge can be successfully restored, he's off, we know, with ligament trouble, and there's some talk of him not being available for 10 weeks. But can Oxford go 10 weeks with this uncertain goalkeeper we have at this moment in time? So Oxford then, after getting a nice comfortable 2-goal lead, find themselves now sharing the spoils at this moment in time, 2 goals each, and that really is quite sad. Clearly Oxford have lost their way, and they've allowed Swindon to come into this game and control it, which is something that should never happen from a team that's 2 goals in front. They should never allow a team to come back like Swindon and dictate the play as they have. And there's no question about it, Swindon have been dictating the play for at least the last quarter of an hour, without any doubt whatsoever. Oxford have lost their way, and quite honestly, they're at full stretch now to keep Swindon out. So there you have it then, half-time. Oxford scored 2 quick goals. After the 3rd minute, David Penny put them in front. Martin Foyle put them further ahead after 5 minutes. But after 31 minutes, Simpson for Swindon brought them back into the game with a well-placed shot, which I thought the goalkeeper should have got to. And as we saw just a minute or so ago, another incident there with the goalkeeper having the ball clutched to his stomach and dropping it, and Steve Foley tapping the ball home to make it 2 each. We're all set now then for the start of this second half. This local derby, interesting tussle, but I'm sure that Oxford United will be disappointed to find themselves at this moment in time level, 2 goals to each with Swindon after taking 2-goal lead after only 5 minutes. And really now we're looking to Oxford to re-find themselves, because they certainly lost their way in the last quarter hour, 20 minutes of that first half, and they allowed Swindon to get right on top. but it's Swindon making the early attack. Dave Bennett playing it back to Jones. Jones across to Bowden. Bowden coming forward. He loses out to Lewis. Lewis playing it outside to Simpson. Simpson back to Gary Smart. Smart didn't get as far as Steen, but it's Ford playing it all across to Robinson. Not well directed. Steen didn't have a chance of collecting that ball at all, so it goes right the way through to Digby. Bennett. Nice turn there by Bennett, but he's policed by Gary Smart. Fitzroy Simpson. As I said, he's really well and truly come into this game now, and he lets go with a shot there, but no trouble to the Oxford goalkeeper at all, because it was rising all the way. But Simpson really has come right into this game whilst looking well and truly out of it for the first 20 minutes or so. Ford still taking the kicks. Steen, Foyle not quite controlling it, and it's McLaren to McLaughlin. Melville by clear by Melville, but really into no man's land, easily collected by Kerslake. Kerslake back to Digby. Well, Oxford have conceded 15 goals now in 6 games, and one can't really have too much confidence that they're going to even retain this situation as it is at this moment in time. Swindon definitely winning out there. McLaughlin having a shot, but it's straight at Key. He really didn't have to move for that, and it was straight into his arms and easily collected. But a good effort by McLaughlin there. Alan McLaughlin scores quite a lot of goals for Swindon, of course. Here he is again, putting that ball through, but it's far too strong for Simpson, and Key was out quickly to collect that goal. But typical instance there of good midfield play. I'm afraid something we haven't seen too much from this Oxford team. Oxford in need of a midfield general. McLaughlin again up with that play, and this is the sort of type of player that Oxford so desperately in need of. Just nodded clear, and it's Penny coming away with that ball on the break, moving down to the right, easily dispossessed, but it's Les Phillips picking that ball up, playing it out to Penny again. Penny trying to come inside, playing it forward to Steen. Steen's cross trying to find Foyle, but Foyle with his back to get into, doesn't control it. Easy. Got out by Swindon. Bennett forward to McLaughlin again. This man's everywhere and doing everything this afternoon. Kerslake out to Bennett. Nice ball forward, but Simpson just adjudged to have been offside. I think it's just as well he was, because I got an idea he was shoved a bit there by Melville as he was going through. But he's obviously a very speedy player, this Fitzroy Simpson. Bowden forward to McLaughlin again. Bowden fouled by Lewis. Free kick to Swindon. Out to Bennett. Lewis finding Steen there, well placed and marked. There's nobody up with him. He lets go the shot, and it's just pushed wide. It was a good shot, really on target, and Digby pushing it wide for a corner to Oxford. That was a good effort by Steen. There was nobody up with him. The only thing he could do was have a go, and it was a good shot. Of course, it was a long way out, quite a long way out, and Digby was able to see it all the way and get across. That was not a good effort by Steen at all. I don't really know what that was actually, whether that was a shot or a cross. high, wide and handsome, as they used to say. Digby. Melville missed out. And it's a Ford missed out as Melville putting it behind. His misdirected header, nowhere near the Oxford goalkeeper. So it's a corner to Swindon, and clearly it's a dangerous situation for Oxford. No really big men in the middle without Kerry Evans and Foster, and the goalkeeper a little bit uncertain. That's goalkeeper's ball, all the way into his arms, no trouble. Too far forward by Kerslake. So that's quite a simple collection there for Key. Key still looks to be in trouble with injury. Certainly didn't kick that at all freely. McLaughlin playing that ball forward, far over the head of everybody, straight into the arms of Key. Key, you can see he's not moving freely. Again, that Foley, Steve Foley away now, he paid that ball forward through for Simpson. And I think on that occasion, it came off Kerslake when the attempted cross came in. So it's harmlessly behind for a goal kick to Oxford. Mike Ford in a no man's land, nobody there for Oxford. Played straight way back to Digby. Oxford really have lost their shape at the moment. They putting nothing together at all. Kerslake, Gittins, Digby. Bowden. Oxford, Swindon rather, got two very useful full-backs in Bowden and Kerslake. Comes across to Taylor. That was an attempted lob there by Tom Jones, but was always going over. Quite a nice try, but he thought he might catch Key out off his line, but he wasn't really far enough out for a lob, and he just watched it all the way over the crossbar. I think Oxford were guilty of ball watching there, to be honest with you. Key, Gittins underneath, headed on by Steen, Foley, inside to Penny, but Penny's no control, or couldn't collect it cleanly, and he harmlessly pushed it forward for Digby to collect. Digby's long kick had Robinson furiously backpedaled, and he just got ahead to it. Throw into Swindon. Bennett fouling Simpson there. Free kick to Oxford. He broke up what might have been a good move there. Smart moving up on this left side. Foley playing forward to McLaughlin. Bowden to Simpson. Melville was fouled that time by Simpson, so it's Oxford free kick. Mike Ford out to Simpson. Simpson trying to find Foley. No, I'm sure that Foley wasn't brought down. He was always off balance. he chested the ball down and he was going to go for it, and had he retained his feet, I'm almost certain that would have been a goal, but he was always falling, I'm sure of that, and he was not fouled. He appealed, but I think it's just a try-on, to be honest with you. Robinson, foul call offside. There's nobody in Oxford midfield picking these balls up. It's Swindon picking up every ball that's in the middle there. Bowden, Kerslake. Once again, Swindon picking it up. Jones, Bennett inside. Just a bit better from Oxford. Penny. Smart. Simpson. Bennett beats Simpson, so it's throw into Oxford. Well, I could understand Smart's attitude there, because there is nobody moving in position really to take that throw at all. Oxford's ball, and Gittins with the tackle. Smart to Simpson. Kerslake again dispossessing Simpson. Gary Smart. Smart's attempted cross intercepted by McLaren. I think it's McLaren. No, it wasn't, it was Jones. Bennett bringing down Steen. So it's a kick just outside the penalty area for Oxford. And if Foster was in the team, one would say it was quite a nice position for Oxford, but that was a good free kick, but it's nodded behind by defender for Oxford's 7th corner of the game. Steen taking the corner, attempted near post ball, but it wasn't, didn't quite reach, and that's quite harmlessly into the middle for the goal. Cloughlin up to Simpson, Phillips to Simpson, Oxford Simpson that is. 15 minutes gone, 1 hour of the game played then, and the score Oxford 2, Swindon 2. A long deep kick there by Digby again. In fact, the ball's gone straight out for a goal kick from one end to the other without anyone touching it. As I said, there isn't really much of a breeze, certainly nothing to carry that ball that far. It's just the strength of the kick, obviously. So it's goal kick to Oxford then. Ford still taking these free kicks because of the injury to Key. And that almost goes back through to the goalkeeper, but it's a defender, in fact, who brings it out. And it's Kerslake, David Kerslake, inside to Simpson. He lets it go to Bennett. Bennett playing it wide to Foley. Foley beats David Penny. There, Bowden with the cross. Behind. That was a complete miss kick by McLaughlin when that would most certainly be number 3, and it's half cleared by Oxford. Duncan Shearer rather. That's behind for a corner to Swindon. Oxford looking at all 6s and 7s at the moment. They have completely lost their composure, and at the moment this performance looks in keeping with other second half performances that we've seen this season. For some reason or other they seem to be able to come out for 45 minutes and then the second half they just don't seem to be able to get their act together. That was a good effort there, but Key managed to hold on to it, and Oxford again come away, but it's harmlessly headed on by Steve, nobody behind them at all, and so it's once again through to the Swindon keeper. Oxford really not posing any threat at all the danger coming at the other end, and one almost gets the impression that it's just a question of time before Swindon get the winner, or at least go into the lead. Key headed back by Swindon defence, forward by Lewis. Les Phillips underneath, but only as far as Coughlin. That's Kerslake. No, it was Jones. Kerslake forward to Simpson. That's Fitzroy Simpson. Les Phillips now playing that ball out to Simpson. Oxford Simpson. The difficulty with two Simpsons in the game. One on each side. Les Robinson gets in that cross behind everybody, quite harmless. Very smart game playing at 8 for Oxford Simpson. Again nodded clear. Dave Bennett. Oxford playing it back again, hits the referee and gives Swindon the clear advantage. And it's McLaughlin coming away, plays the ball back to Gittins. Jones, a beautiful ball there, but unfortunately for Swindon, Bowden, completely unmarked and unspotted by anybody, making a charge down that left, was unable to take the pass, and the ball goes through for a throw into Oxford. That really was beautifully spotted opening by Swindon. Robinson. Bowden headed it back. Lewis trying to follow Simpson. Simpson's got a easily beaten there by Kerslake. No trouble at all. And just plays the ball. One has this feeling, unfortunately, that Oxford's a very lightweight team and it's so easy to dispossess players in possession. And that was a wild kick by Foyle. Out of play, throwing is Swindon, quickly taken by Bennett. Kerslake playing it forward, Duncan Shearer, but it's Robinson half getting the clearance in. Dave Bennett was a little bit unlucky there, but he's adjudged to have brought Simpson down, and so it's a free kick to Oxford. Mike Ford. So some 20 minutes of play then in this second half gone, and no further addition to the score. So it's Oxford 2, Swindon 2, and Lewis very upset by that decision by the referee. Free kick for Swindon, almost on the centre spot. Played forward out to Kerslake. Kerslake forward to McLaughlin. Beautifully played. Oxford so slow in reaction. That ball was clearly within playing distance of an Oxford defender, but he couldn't turn or didn't spot the danger at all. And Swindon were through. That really is, well, part of Oxford's trouble. Their reactions are so slow all the time. Well, of course, sitting up here in the stand, it's easy to criticise it, but one wonders what on earth that was meant for or meant to do. Clearly there was nobody up there. Headed on by Steve. No, mistake there by Swindon. Defence nearly capitalised on it, but Swindon got away with that situation there, whereas they might clearly have been punished for bad back pass there. Lewis trying to find Steve, but he misses out. So it's Swindon coming away with it again. Duncan Shearer playing out to Bennett. Low, beautiful ball through to the fullback Kersley. But that time it was spotted by Oxford and it was cut out. Bennett inside to McLaughlin. Oxford having a bit of a torrid time at this moment, being put under increasing pressure by the Swindon team. McLaughlin again, mastermind in this game all the way through. Again, an aimless kick out by Oxford. No intelligence in that at all. Panic stations, get rid of the ball. So here it comes back again, as inevitably it will be. Oh, there's another goal. There's a goal. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, I did say, how long would it be? And I'm sorry to say, one has proved right again. This really is a terrible Oxford defence. And, well, they just cannot stop giving goals away. And that was the simplest of simple goals for Duncan Shearer. He won't get a simpler one this season. And one has got to say the blame goes down to Melville, who completely missed getting in his clearance. So Oxford, after 5 minutes, looking to be a good team, good value for a 2-goal lead, and in fact for 20 minutes of this game, looked to be quite good. But I'm afraid after the 20th minute, there's only been one team in this game, and that's Swindon Town. And the farther the game has gone on, Oxford have so more and more disintegrated. And quite frankly, they look a disjointed bunch at the moment. No threat there from Oxford at all. Lightweight, as I said. Steen easily brushed off that ball, no problem whatsoever. One can almost see Oxford's heads going down now, giving up, because things aren't going their way. Simpson there really should have got in and crossed that ball, but no. But it's all Swindon at this moment in time, and one wonders just how much farther ahead they'll go before the 90 minutes is up. Oxford really have a very, very poor record against this Swindon team. As I said before the game, in 32 meetings previously to this game, Oxford only won 3, and this one certainly looks to be going the way of most of the rest. Oxford, Swindon looks as though now that they're in the lead of bringing back their last season's leading scorer, clearly to give him a run out. I should think Steve White, he's just stripped off down below us. See Oxford losing out, tackle after tackle, they just lose out. They're so lightweight, they Swindon just stick there with the ball, and it's as simple as that. Oxford posing no threat at all. Swindon just toying with Oxford now. Swindon, of course, already had 3 wins this season, well placed in the table at the moment. To repeat their feats of last season, no doubt. They should have gone up to the first division, but of course they were denied that by actions off the field to do with the manager and boardroom. So of course anxious to claim their place in the first division by making certain this season. No threat at all. Nobody moved, in fact. Simpson behind for a corner. Simpson, that was off David Bennett, so Oxford's 8th corner of the game. Head on corners, but that means absolutely nothing. So Swindon then going to make their substitution. Steve White. Steen playing it back to Simpson. Smart. Harmless. Absolutely harmless. Straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Now this is strange. I thought for a minute, looking down below me, the trainer was going to change his mind about the substitution. It's number 5 that's coming off. And if I look at the cards down below me, they're waiting to make the substitution. But meanwhile, the game goes on. Very smart, but he's just taken out play by Bennett, and so it is Steve White then that's coming on for David Bennett, which is a bit surprising because David Bennett's been having a very good game, but I suspect that this is really to give White a run out after his long period of injury. Well, since the start of the season he hasn't played, I don't think, and clearly to give him a run out and get him match fit. I think Swindon probably reading this game that they probably got it won now, and so they've made the substitution. Digby. Well, corner to Swindon. Play back to Bowden. Bowden back again. Inside to Simpson. Swindon Simpson, that is. Gary Smart. Smart playing it upfield. Steen. He's got nobody up with him. The 3 Swindon players relatively had no chance whatsoever. And it's just tamely pushed out of play. So it's a throw to Oxford. Robinson. Penny, Steen, cross coming in, quite harmless, because there's nobody there at all, except Foley maybe on the far post, but nobody else with him at all, and really one wonders why the cross came in. Another corner to Swindon. So they're level on corners now. Swindon really piling on the pressure. and Oxford at full stretch just to keep them out and keep the score respectable. Jones, that's cleared by Smart, back to Jones again. McLaughlin back to Jones. McLaughlin inside to Jones. His cross comes in. And that was just as well for Oxford that went all the way across the goal on the far side. Oxford now going to make a substitution. Gary Smart coming off and Lee Nogan going on. Well, that's really a desperate throw of the dice. I don't know what the intention is there, because I can't see who's going to cover the left back position. They put on another forward in the person of Lee Nogan, but really what's happening to the defence? The defence is where the problems are. Now they've denuded the defence still more. It really is difficult to see the intent of that substitution. Perhaps they're going to play one central defender, with Ford moving left back, Robinson right back. Well, we just have to see, but I don't know. It looks a very strange move to me. Ford forward to Steen. And his cross coming in, but straight onto the head of Gittins. No problem there for him at all. Simpson obviously intended to find the head of Foyle there, but it's too high, so straight through to Digby again. But quite bluntly, Oxford aren't posing any threat at all to Swindon now. They've got this game, I think, comfortably won with only 10 minutes to play, and that must be a corner to Oxford. Swindon leading by 3 goals to 2, and as I said, Oxford have posed no threat at all this half, and I think it's just a question now. Swindon playing 8 times. Another poor corner. Why Steen is now taking the corners instead of Simpson, I don't know, because the last 2 corners he's played, they've both been too short. Like I said, Oxford seem to have lost their composure, their pattern, everything. Simpson, the free kick, over the head of Melville. Nogan playing it forward to Foyle. Foyle back to Penny. Penny's cross coming in. Melville jumping with Gittins, but he's out-jumped. Simpson playing it forward, but it bounds off somebody. It's back out of Swindon defence. Simpson on the break. He looked to be well clear. Key backpedaling like mad. Just kicks it out with his boot. There's the 5th goal, 4th goal. It's dead simple, isn't it? It's so simple to beat Oxford. As the manager himself said, Oxford are a soft touch. No question about that. They give goals away like Christmas presents every week. Duncan Shearer then gets his 2nd goal. Swindon had been a bit concerned about Duncan Shearer, one of their leading goal scorers, if not the leading goal scorer. No, Steve White was the leading goal scorer last season, and Shearer had not been getting the goals this season, but there he is, got 2 this afternoon, and he couldn't have picked a better moment to come to Oxford, I should think. That will give him confidence in the coming weeks. Well, the sad and sorry Oxford team got away with that good win against Port Vale in the first game of the season, but Ever since then, it's been downhill. Crowd behind the London Road end going home now, terribly disappointed, and well they might be. Unfortunately, this seems to be the pattern of Oxford. This season they come out and play well in the first half, and then in the second half they just fall apart. It happened at Notts County, it happened against West Brom, and it's happened certainly up here again this afternoon. It certainly happened at Oldham last week. 3 goals in the second half after being goalless at half time. There's just 6 minutes to play, and no way Oxford can get back into this game now. Foley going through, but he's denied there by Les Robinson. Robinson out to Simpson. Simpson on the charge down the left. Through to Steen. Good ball. Steen's cross, totally inadequate. Behind the goal. Digby. Well, I'm sorry to say my words were prophetic. Early on when I said would Oxford really rue that Simpson miss, I think if Oxford had scored when Simpson was clean through, and had Oxford made it 3-0 then, I think that Swindon would have been dead and buried. But it was not to be, and Swindon have come right back into this game and really once again given Oxford a footballing lesson. So easy for Swindon. Kerslake, Simpson, Lewis, adjudged to have fouled Simpson. He played the ball, and well, the referee having a word with Nogan there, but it was in fact Lewis that gave the foul. Clearly Nogan said something out of place. Kerslake, Jones, Foley, Nogan, Penny. Watch the offside, Oxford now. Oxford on the break, playing it through to Simpson. It was a good ball, but he took it far too far forward. That was really unlike Simpson. He does play better than that normally. Unfortunately, he took it that yard through too much, showed too much of it to Digby, and he was able to come out and block it. So it's Oxford, it's Swindon on the break again. McLaughlin feeding Foley. Foley, Steve White. Steve White still won possession. Simpson. McLaughlin. Steen, Simpson, trying to find foil, but it doesn't get there. Bowden. Swindon just playing out time now, leading by 4 goals to 2 here at the Manor. Just about a minute and a half to play. So Swindon just playing that ball about under no pressure whatsoever. Oxford attempting a break, but not really any danger whatsoever. Steen, no control, just playing the ball out for a goal kick to Swindon. Swindon now going to make another substitution, which seems to me rather pointless with just a minute left for play. That's number 14, John Bugatigi. Most peculiar name. I have difficulty pronouncing it. And that's McLaughlin, is it, coming off? Yes. I don't know what nationality he represents, but John Bugatigi has come on for McLaughlin. Oxford with a free kick. It goes across straight into the arms of Digby, no problem at all. Thrown out to Foley. Foley playing it forward, but it's a bit too strong for White. Oxford ball, surely. Well, it's overtime now. We're certainly playing time added on for injury, if any, and that's 1 minute of extra time being played. Robinson. Referee looking at his watch. Nogan playing it to Simpson. Easily cleared by Swindon. Gittins clearly just playing out time now. It's all a question about how much time the referee's added on, just 2 minutes. So that's the end of the game then. Once again, total disappointment for the Oxford United fans, losing their second successive home game. With 6 games played in the league now, just that first win in the first game of the season against Port Vale to show for all their efforts. The goals, after 3 minutes, David Penny for Oxford and Mark Foyle made it 2 after 5 minutes. Just 3 minutes after that, Simpson might well have made it 3, but missed out. And it was the other Simpson, Fitzroy Simpson, after 31 minutes, brought Swindon back into the game. And then a goalkeeper's error after 45 minutes, when the Oxford goalkeeper Key dropped the ball. Steve Foley tapped in to make it 2 each at half-time. And then sadly it was all just one-way traffic in the second half, and a question of time and how many Swindon would get. And after 69 minutes, Shearer made it 3-2, and after 82 minutes, Shearer again, making it 4-2 for Swindon.